Hi there, water signs. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your tarot reading for June, July, the next 30 days, anyway. And this one got kind of switched over to the middle of the month somehow, but here we are. Anyhow, let's get to it, shall we? So first we have Cancer on the block. Hi, Nisha. How you doing? Thanks for coming around. I'm expecting a few people, possibly. It might be a good time of day. So, or, depending on where you are. So let me get some water energy in there. Okay. First of all, we got Cancer. 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 I see you. June 15th-ish to July, mid-June, mid-July, 222 Cancer. I can really see. You know what? What do I see there? Yeah, I'm seeing the crab. Just had to double check, make sure I'm seeing the right thing, You've got to be focus when we're doing this stuff. So Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? For the next 30 days into July, into your birthday, by the way, Cancer. Happy birthday. Shoot, I should put that in the description box. I should edit it, even though I don't edit. It's special, though. You're special. Ooh, okay. So, let's cut them. That one there. That one there. And that one there. So, what you have here is you have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So I say it'd probably go something like this. Okay. So if you look at this one, the Nine of Swords is where we're tough on ourselves, And in this card, you feel all eyes upon you. You feel people are judging you. They're watching you. They're criticizing you. I don't know, but you just feel like all eyes are on you, and it's not supportive. It's not in a supportive way. Now, these eyes may be on you, but they may not. This is things that you're paranoid about, you're worried about, that people are thinking this about you, looking at you in some sort of way, And we can really destroy ourselves with these thoughts. You need to be very careful, because maybe one set of eyes are on you and not for the reason you think. So anyhow, the thing is that you really want to get out of this energy. You realize you're smart, you're mature, and you realize this isn't doing you any good. And you could be in a situation where actually this is happening. You feel judged, put down. It's just not working for you, basically. It's not doing you any good. Okay. So then you have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is a really welcoming card after this. What you're doing is you're changing your scenery. You're thinking, okay, I could sit in the house in a dark room and, my day is not going to get brighter doing that, right? So you're changing your scenery, however that is. You're going to stay with a friend at her cottage. You're making tracks. You may be even deciding to lift anchor and move and set down anchor somewhere else. This could be your home, your job, a relationship, or it could be temporary. You need to just get away for a while, a break, because you realize, like I said, that you need to get out of this energy, away from this energy somehow, okay? So this is a very good move for you, because you're getting you're getting distance, and you're seeking peace. This is what you're seeking: peace, and peace of mind. Peace of mind. Oh my goodness, Genji's dreaming. Can you see? He's dreaming. Here, I'll move my chair this way a little bit. There. Anyhow, so let's get on with it. Shh. I don't need any noises. I better shut the window. Hold on a sec. Let me get some cards out here first. Uh-oh, we got a dog barking. Carmela, you're actually being amazingly good considering there's a dog barking. I'm impressed, honey. She's right behind me here on the chair. Can you see? She's right there. Oh, dear. So, wow. You're going to love these cards. They're the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And the description, the illustration and the description and the perception of the story is just so good. I really like them for that. So, Cancer. In the beginning, let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. I do a lot of cards because I'm only able to get these short videos. I know they're live and they're bunched together. And so that's why I'm giving more cards, because I know that it's not my usual individual, what you were getting before. I kind of got to squish it together. So anyway, this is how I'm trying to make it work. So in the past, here you have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, you're sitting on the roof of your home or in a semi-stable situation, one that you don't want to stay in. You're ready to move on. I don't think it's exactly fitting you right now in your life. And so here you have the word on your world. The world in your hands, and you're able to do anything you want at this time, make any move, go in any direction, and it's you're wanting to make a big move, change something big, maybe a few things big in your life, okay? But you're thinking about what it is first. You might have an idea, but you're still thinking about how you can take action. Twos sometimes are about partnership, but they're also about planning. This is a planning stage. The ace is the idea, the invitation, the idea, the offer. And the two is the planning stage. And then the three, we start to make movement. We start to take action, okay? So here you're thinking about it, making plans, figuring out what you could do, can't do, all that, right? But one of the things when you choose which direction you're going to put an end to this, where you are, this place you're sitting on right now, you're going to put an end to that and start something new. And that's what the Death card is about. It's about rebirth. It's about, she's redesigning herself here. She's reinventing herself. And this is what you're on the verge. Well, you're actually already doing it, because this is a recent past. You're working on it as we speak, sort of thing. I love that the Death card is bookended by 2 twos. So there's a possibility that some of you could be going from one relationship, one partnership, right into another partnership. That's a possibility, okay? You may have met someone new. You may have had to take some thought, put some thought into this, there could have been just some dissatisfaction, but it just seems it wasn't for you anymore. In this new situation, you really think alike, see eye to eye, are you're a good team in love and in partnership, okay? And there's something so new and nice about this. It's more up your alley, I think. Anyway, there's something new. There's something being reborn here. And I also think, too, that this doesn't have to be necessarily a lover. Could be a friend, partnership, I don't know what. But I think it is another person. And it also is who you're having in your circle. Your what did they say in that one movie? Your circle of friends or whatever. But we have ripples, we have rings of circles of people around us, and our closest ring is those we trust and love the most. And sometimes that changes, you know. So sometimes we have to move someone back a ring or two rings, and we can bring someone else in because we change. You know what I mean? But anyway, you doing this, you making this change, you is going to be extremely successful, and you're probably feeling that now. It's really helping you. Hold on, I gotta close that window. Okay. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Jeepers. So, um, this is also bringing an end to all this negative thinking, this self, beating yourself up, and because the last three swords, the last three needles are those that we're doing to ourselves. Nobody else is doing it to us, but it's the memories of hurt. It's the memories of, of the experience that happened before, and now we're doing it, and so now you're not, though. You're realizing, you're uncomplicating all this stuff. You're pulling one out at a time. You can let your hair down now. You can let your hair down. I'm glad I thought of that. But this switch, this reinvention, this new partnership, whatever you're changing here or had changed, is going to be extremely successful. It's also going to shine a huge light. It's going to make everything clear that you didn't understand before. You will understand or come to understand at this time. It's also a huge time of growth for you. Probably right moving into your birthday season is a lot of good things, a lot of good luck, success, growth, happiness. You might be feeling like a kid again too, because like I said, you're able to let your hair down. You got away from whatever toxic stuff it was, and maybe it was just your own thoughts. You sitting alone, driving yourself crazy, and now you're thinking, I gotta get out. I'm going to go crazy here. I gotta change my thing. Sometimes just distracting ourselves is enough to get rid of all that, holy, all the noise. So in the present, you have the Judgment card. I kind of wonder if this is a remnant of something that what was going on. The situation in the recent past with the death, and you're reinventing yourself in a partnership, perhaps. You could be reinventing a partnership itself. But anyway, I think, see, this is a remnant of the past day where we mature, we grow up a little bit. We're able to let stuff go. We don't let it hit us and sink in, like a needle that can wiggle its way into us. And we don't do that. We are able to grow past some of this stuff and either accept it or understand it. You're also ready for a new role now in your life. It's definitely clear. Like I said, you're ready to reinvent yourself. Do you have the world here? No, I'm surprised you don't have the world. But Judgment's the next best thing. But it means you're also being called now for something else, or what maybe you're here for on this planet. We're all here for something. We all have a job to do, even though you don't think so, you do. And like, for instance, I've saved, well, two that I can think of off the top of my head. I've saved two lives, and I'm still here, so must have something more to do yet. Or maybe it wasn't even that, but you do too. There's some sort of calling for you. And the thing is, you're ready now. Maybe you weren't, you had to go through all this, whatever you had to go through. But you're ready to step into that role now. You're ready for the responsibilities. You're ready to accept, and you understand. I think you understand yourself better now, too. Like you understand yourself. So, hmm. Now, the Seven of Wands is, to me, very much a fight or flight card. Okay. Now, this is what you might be called to rise above, right? Because the judgment is like you're rising above something. You're able to um, not let it affect you anymore. And so this is a fight or flight, and maybe this is what you're resolving. You can stand and face things now without feeling like you have to fight. You got to duke it out. You got to get mad and defensive. You also don't feel like you have to run and not face it. You're ready for this now. You're ready to face things as they come without feeling that panic. You know what I mean? That panic, that anxiety, um, whatever your challenges are. I think this lesson for you is going to be a catalyst. Okay. One of the reasons you're supposed to learn this is because of the tower. Life does throw us, um, things that we don't expect. I think this tower for you is bringing something amazing, something good. Okay. Usually the tower is something to fear, and fear in a way because it upsets our life, and we like life just going along smoothly unless we choose to change it, you know. And so this change, this is some sort of freedom you're gaining. Isn't it cool that we have the man in the cage just before it, because here he's in the tower. He's confined. He's restricted. He's not free to say what he really thinks without, some repercussions. And here, you're free from that. You don't need to fear anything. You don't feel constricted, refined, or confined. Um, and you're able to freely uh, partake. This is what you're looking for. This is the whole reason, this tower and all this challenge and all this, because you want equal give and take in relationships. Perhaps you were giving a lot, not really getting. Perhaps maybe you were the one taking and people were giving. I don't know what the scenario is here, but you've changed. You've changed, and you really want this now. You understand the value of relationships. Like, don't we all, after everything we've been through, we understand how valuable we are to each other. I think there's a possibility you could be meeting someone, or there could be a possibility of someone returning from the past, or you're wanting to reconnect with someone, perhaps, from the past. But anyway, I'm going to tell you, you're changing. You've changed a lot. I think in the past year, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 6 months, really, if I'm going to get right detailed. I think the last 6 months, maybe 8 months, uh, there's been some big changes, okay? And a little bit of light has been cracking through at a time. Little cracks have been coming through that tower, right? Just one, and then you can tiny see a tiny bit of light, and then there's another crack coming through, and a little bit more light, and you know, um, more and more and more until it collapses. And to you, it means freedom. You're not stuck back here being judged with all eyes on you and all that. So you're not feeling that way anymore anyway. And then you have the Magician as the last card in the present. You're ready to manifest what you want. Okay, to go after, to take action, to go and get what you want. You have a ton of skills, Cancer. Okay, I like the Magicians coming in on your birthday too, because it says that you're ready. You're ready to take a risk. You may not totally have all the confidence in the world to go after what it is you really want, but I want you to know that you're capable. You have what it takes to get it, even though you may not fully believe it yet. You do have what it takes to get it. And this says you can. You can do it. This rabbit is your rabbit. and it could be about a particular person, or just having more connected relationships now in your life, that kind of thing, eh? Oh, I'm so sorry, Savannah. I'm not bad. I'm pretty good. Um well, I hope this helps. I'm not sure if you're a water sign or not, but maybe at the end I can draw a card for you. Okay? At the end of the whole video, I mean. Um so anyway, in the outcome for you, Cancer, you have the Hierophant and the Hermit here. I'm noticing. Okay, the Hierophant comes first. Okay, I really like this part, this depiction. I can't remember, geez, what, maybe Alice in Wonderland, it kind of what reminds me of, but of course this is the wise old owl, giving lessons to the young girl and trying to help her mature and figure her way through life. No one can do it for us. No one can help us skip ahead, but just helping us understand the moment we're in now. So, so you may be interested in taking new training, retraining yourself in some way. You might be into climbing the ladder, going to a higher level of training, or this could be understanding. You had that Judgment card, and I told you this is where you've reached a level of understanding, maturity, and are ready to pass on to the next moral lesson. You've figured this one out finally, right? I don't know how long it's taken yet. Huh. You just want to grab your purse and leave. So, it's funny. That's just kind of that energy, eh? Just, and, it's that can't face anybody. But maybe you just need to take a little bathroom or break, go into the bathroom, do some breathing exercises, maybe listen to some sort of guided meditation for 5 minutes, something to bring you back down, kind of thing. It might help you. I don't know. It's just an idea. Um, but this is something that you're going to think about. The Hermit is taking some time. She's sitting on a lighthouse, and a lighthouse is a beacon of light, that helps all the ships avoid, the boats avoid hitting the land, hitting, crashing. So this is, you don't want to crash, right? You're trying to see beyond where you are, okay? And get some insight, into where you're going. So, like I said, this owl is trying to give her insight. This looks like her right up there right now, giving her insight and trying to help her understand. I think you're gaining some sort of new level. I think you're maturing, to tell you the truth. I think you're just growing, and we do as we grow. Like if you think about when you were 20 and then when you were 30, you grew a lot in that time. You're a totally different person, and You understand and realize things a lot differently now. You know what I mean? That's that kind of thing. So this is trying to gain clarity so that you can see your way. You don't want to, you're trying to see your way clear. Okay. And I think you're going to take a course. I think there's something you're going to go and learn. You're going to study. It could be on YouTube University. I don't know. Or you're going to go and actually be there physically and learn something, because there might be all kinds of opportunity in this field right now. Um, you know, you might be learning, you might be doing some sort of coaching. I'm wondering if you're doing some sort of coaching actually, because that's what the Hierophant does too. They guide, coach, because I wonder if you're going to be coaching, helping people through the tower. You've been through it, You know what it takes. You know the traps, the and you might be helping people see their way through this. Not doesn't have to be, I'm just saying it's a possibility. Um yeah. So this is, yeah, you could be helping with people see your way through this tower. um I can tell you absolutely, you're just ready to move on. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles is looking for a new career. It is. You you feel experienced, you feel knowledge, you feel like you have something to offer. And I think you're bored with whatever you've been doing, are doing. I'm not sure that it gives you the thrill or the passion, or just gives you what it used to. It just doesn't. So I think that you're looking for something new to put your time and energy into. Look at the rings on the tree. If you look at the rings on the tree, and in the background, there's a structure, like a great big building, and then this family out front. And so it's like you've built something here over time, and or are proud of something that you've been able to accomplish over time, create whatever. But you're ready to move on now. I also have a feeling it doesn't, this, you're losing the thirst for dollars. Okay, you're losing the thirst for dollars, and you're wanting more connection, teamwork. Um, it's more, I'm telling you, it's more about people. It's about connection and relationships now for you, Cancer. Big time. Okay, big time. Your last card is the Lovers. I think that if you have met someone, this is going to get very tight by, in another month or so. It's going to become very, very tight. It might go through a little rockiness here with the Seven of Wands and the Tower. There might be a fight or flight situation. You're still, or they're still growing, maturing, figuring it out. You know what I mean? Figuring it out. But I think in the end, you're going to come together. I also think that you have a choice coming. Okay. And then I think it's about your career, to tell you the truth. I think you have a career choice to make. And Savannah, if this is Cancer, Savannah, and you said this is a new job, but I think you're moving again. I don't think you're going to stick around there. I think you're moving on. There's something not satisfying, or And I think you're like, we all do need money. We got to pay the bills. So money does have to come into the scenario, the situation. But I think you're trying to look for other ways to solve these problems. Maybe you're not buying as much, you're making things last, or I'm not sure what it is, but I really feel you're making a big career choice here because you're picking something, I think, from your heart. This is from your heart. It's not maybe what you should do or what should everybody should do. It's what you desire, what you really want. And this is something with this age of Aquarius that's coming that, is a big wave coming. And it's beautiful, I think. I think it's beautiful. In native culture, when children are young and playing in the village, in the town, in the community, the elders, the grandmothers and grandfathers, keep an eye on them while they're playing at the playground or whatever. And they watch their natural abilities, what they're naturally good at. The little kid that climbs the tree, or the other one that's fixing something, or the other one that's helping someone that fell off the swing or whatever. And they look at all their natural level abilities, the scout, the mechanic or carpenter, the caregiver, the nurturer, and they let them be that. They let them be that. That's the gifts they're given. But we're told, no, you go and be this because that's what a good thing to be is, you know. But so I think that's sometimes what happens to us, eh? Anyway, so Cancer. Hi, just learning. How you doing? What's your name? I'm going into Scorpio now. Scorpio. Working from home, hoping to get. Oh, good. Well, you could be very successful because you have the sun. What I'm going to tell you to do is prepare for it. Look the company up, look up their motto, all kinds of things, and then look online on how to interview for that particular position. Okay, because they'll tell you all the possible questions they're going to ask and everything, so you can get totally ready for this. Okay. Hi, Autumn. How you doing? And you're a Scorpio, where you're perfect timing. Perfect. So let's get these. I just want to get them shuffled in here because it's okay if they come out again, but I don't want them to come out again because they're not shuffled enough. So I'll do it. I don't normally do this, only when I'm going from sign to sign do I do it. But normally I do just the regular shuffle. There we go. We got them all mixed up pretty good. So let's start with you, Scorpio. I better check my volume. I hope my volume's good. It sucks. Hello, testing. Can you hear me now? Oh my God. You probably could barely hear me a minute ago. Oh, jeepers. All right, Scorpio. Okay, hold on. I want to get a read on you here. Scorpio. Mid-June, mid-July, 2022, Scorpio. Okay, gotcha. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? Ooh, look at that. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Hold on. Let me get these cut. So there could be an earth sign around you, Scorpio. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Could be someone that's very practical, sensible, likes to take things slow, like real slow. And, they're also very nurturing, helpful type of people. This could be your energy right now. Now, one of the things I'd like you to notice about some of these queens in this particular deck, that if you turn her upside down, this makes a bouquet. It makes a beautiful bouquet. And these are like fall flowers, or when flowers are almost, done blooming, and these are perennials too, by the way, that come back every single year. But when they're done blooming and in the fall time, we prepare to get these ready for next year. We prune them, we build leaves up around them, and we really take care of the bulbs in the area they're in. And it's nurturing the spot so that next year we can enjoy all this again. So this is very it reminds me of preparation, preparation, being prepared, um taking care, like responsibilities, taking the time with things. I love that her hair is a fiddlehead fern. Look at that. Her hair is made of fern. Wow. All of this stuff that is on her is nourishing. You can eat it all, okay? And it comes back again and again. That's what she's about. So, in your recent past, Scorpio, I was almost going to say an earth sign because I've been talking about that Queen of Pentacles so long. Okay, so in your recent past, there could have been some sort of job offer possibility. You might have heard of something coming up through the grapevine. You might be quite interested in this. Also, you might be thinking about starting your own business, revealing something that it's this is from your own recipe book, your own knowledge. Okay. And so this could be a business that you're starting, or a new opportunity for you to expand in that way. This is expand creatively and in your passions. It isn't always work and job, but it's a new start. Okay. It's a new start, new idea. And it's has to do a little bit with how to get out of a trap. If you look at her, this lady, she is caught between two spider webs. She's partly the spider and she's partly caught. So she's in a dilemma here. Okay. And it's very light material, but it's very sticky spider webs, and it's very easy to get caught up in this. So there's something that could have you snagged. It could be a person that has you snagged, and it could be a repetitive or pattern that you repeat in some way. But anyway, the thing is you're looking at making changes. You're looking at releasing yourself from this, moving, trying to release the devil energy. Okay. It could have something to do with relationships. It could have, be concerning someone you really care about, see eye to eye with. You could be in love with them. I'm not sure. But it's hard for you to be released from this in some way, okay? But I think you're working on it. You're starting to see it in a different light, and see new possibilities for yourself, okay? You also, this could be a work relationship. This could be a business partnership you're thinking about getting into. I'm going to warn you, if you're thinking about getting into a business partnership with someone, this person may be caught up in something that controls their choices, controls their decisions. Could be a person, an addiction, maybe debt or something you don't know about, a gambling. I don't know, you know. I think you need to be careful though and learn more about who you're getting into a partnership with. All right. If this is business, okay. But I think that it, I think you could be changing. Yeah, I think you're about to change careers. Okay, it might be completely what you do for a living. You don't want to do that anymore. Like I said, with Cancer, same sort of deal because you have the Ten of Pentacles in here. You've spent a lot of time in this type of field, and it just doesn't do anything for you. You don't feel passionate for it anymore. You've given it a lot. It could be a partnership or it could be details and things that you don't really believe in. See, the devil, you could work for the devil, perhaps. Maybe it's you work in something you don't believe in. I feel, you know, the devil is not good for you. Okay, and so this might be, that's the thing, you don't believe in it anymore, or what you thought it was. So then you also, this is going to require some deep thinking, some introspection. You're trying to see the light here, basically see what direction it is you need to go to. This is what you're trying to see, which direction to go to now, right? Because you are ready to leave what you're doing. It's kind of difficult leaving something that's stable, that we've been involved with for a long time, that's provided a lot of stability and a certain type of way of life. You know, like when I was a social worker working and I got this regular paycheck, and it was, you know, I was making good money, and then you go and you leave that and you're working as a waitress or a taxi driver or something now. And it's a big adjustment, you know, but you might be a hell of a lot happier. I think I turned that down. So, this is really what you're looking to do. You're looking for big change. I think in relationships and in your work. Okay. And these two areas, they might be combined. So, in your present, you have Temperance. So this is where you're trying to find balance in your life. You want more beauty, peace, love. And Temperance is both sides. You know, the giving, the taking, the also what you're putting in, what you're giving out. Like I like to say, in this card, it doesn't look like it at all, but I want to say that one bird has arrived, so she releases the other. You know, um, it's never, you can't stay and hold on to things. We always are like water. We're always moving in cycles, evolving, growing. And the whole idea is to evolve, grow, and accomplish certain things, you know, in our lives, in our circle of life. We're just like animals, you know. We're here to survive, recreate, move on. Basically. Basically. My, oh my, oh my. So I want to show you this first. Okay, Scorpio. The dead center of your reading, you have the Magician. So I want you to know that you're capable of creating whatever you want. You can have what you actually want here, okay? You just have to figure out what that is, okay? Don't settle, as another thing I'm going to tell you. Don't settle. Don't you figure it out what it is you want and then go after it, because the Magician tells you you can have it. You know, the Knight of Swords here in the Temperance, I think you're realizing really it is what you want, what you want to bring in and what you want to send out. You know, I think also you're growing in some sort of in a temple kind of way, because our body is our temple, right? And you're starting to care for more for yourself, have more respect for yourself, treat yourself nicer. And so this is in all kinds of ways. I also think that one of the things you could be doing is you may be seeking out, because the Knight of Swords, all the knights take action. And this is on learning the truth, speaking the truth, finding out the right information. You want to be well informed before you move forward or make a commitment like the Queen or King. The Queen or King are ready to make a commitment to something because they feel like they did their research, they found out the facts and all the information, they asked the right questions. And that's what the Knight does. The Knight takes action and fills in all those blank spots. All right. Once you have your blanks filled, you're going to start to create here, start to manifest this vision, of balance in your life. Okay. We can talk about this stuff a lot, but do we actually do it? You know, do we actually add a little into our life? Let go of a little. We don't have to dump the whole thing. It's a trickle. It's a trickle out. You know what I mean? And a trickle in, right? Some people think they got to change everything in a day. Well, I got to give that up, and I better do that, and I better do this, and it's too much. We're trying to do so much, right? We need slower pace because then we can handle it, right? Oh, the other thing too, I wanted to tell you, just as a group, all of you water signs, all of you signs out there, is I think people are having a little bit of PTSD over our isolation time. And now that we're getting back into socializing, shopping, restaurants, parties, events, it's a little overwhelming. It's like sometimes I can only talk or be in a conversation for an hour, and then I'm like wiped. I have to say to someone, I can't talk anymore. I just can't do it. I need a break. And I think it's because we went through that big time alone, isolated, not used to it. So allow yourself some time for that too. Okay. Anyway, after the Magician, this is really nice. Nine of Pentacles. You're starting to believe in yourself. If you're not single, you may become single, but you feel good. This is feeling confident, independent, even if you're coupled or single, doesn't matter. This feels stable, secure. You're very proud of what you've been able to accomplish for yourself in your life. You're realizing, wow, I've really, been able to pull some stuff off here. I am the magician, actually. Wait a minute. I am the magician. This is what you're realizing. It's taken some time, and you may have had to clear some cobwebs out. You may have need to clear some cobwebs out here to realize this, okay? But it could be if you split up from a relationship, if it is a marriage or something that ended, could have been something built over a long time, possibly. You could be grieving this relationship. You could be grieving this loss. It's hard. You could feel empty for a time. It's hard to be without someone we're so used to, even if you know that it's not right, or it's for the best. It's still hard to let go of people, to let go of something. Maybe it could, when you sell a house or you sell your car and you're like, I love that car. You know what I mean? Back in the old days, we got really attached to our cars and didn't want to sell it. Can you imagine that? Nowadays, probably not, but it used to be the way. So you could miss someone, even though you know, right? You could miss someone, okay? You might have regret, grieving them. Um, I also feel like there could be, you might be feeling a bit of pressure from, you know what I feel like it is from those old messages from the past. So if you're my age and if you're not married, or if you're not working, or if you're not doing something, you feel guilty, you feel upset, you feel like that you should be doing something, you should be getting somewhere, getting something, have something, you know what I mean? And so when you're doing things differently now and giving up something possibly very stable, um, you might feel guilty or weird about it, not right, have trouble uh, justifying it, maybe. Okay. You might have, um, yeah, that's so, so true. That is so, so true. Okay. Autumn. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, just learning. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Probably want some privacy, and I understand. I haven't seen this card yet in this deck because I just got this deck a couple of months ago, but I love that card. So let's see what we have in your outcome, Scorpio. This is beautiful. Really beautiful. Very interesting. Now just hold on here. I got to think for a sec because I also think in the if there was some sort of relationship or something, because it's funny because you have the single card right beside this card, right? Someone's missing or something's missing in your life. You feel good, you feel confident, you feel independent, and you probably are all of those things, but still feeling like there's some emptiness, something missing, or something like that. Okay. Now, anyway, and 5 is the halfway mark. So there's still potential for things to work out, but needs change. And usually in the swords, it's something to do with communication. There's some sort of change in communication. Communication is speaking, listening, writing, even body language. So in the outcome, look at this card, isn't it groovy? The Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups often is reunion, reconnection, getting back together, reuniting. Anyway, it's something to celebrate. You're very, very happy. I love that they have these hula hoops. Say, join the third hula hoop, joining them. One thing I want to tell you, wow, holy, I hope I didn't hurt your ears there. Look at this. Okay. This is a psychology thing right here. Okay. So, what's important about this message and what you're going through, Scorpio, okay, is in these three rings. In all three of these rings lie these three independent people. Okay. And then this connection, see how these two connect here and these two connect here. And the circles that they make are very small, but it's saying that there is connection. They still remain individuals. The relationship isn't everything and all that there is. You remain an individual in a relationship. You retain who you are, your independence, your vitality, all that you are. You don't have to become that other person, and they don't have to become you. And this is the lesson that's coming out of this right here. I'm going to tell you right now, that's exactly what it is. Don't give up one single essence of yourself for someone else, because it took you all these years to become this, and it took you a lot of lessons already. Don't give up a piece of yourself for someone else. You are who you are, and they're going to enjoy because the relationship is the time we spend together. We are still this, we this is that's the relationship. We're still all this individually, you know. Okay, I'll stop talking about that. But I love that those three rings are in there because it has a lot of importance in the interpretation of the message of what you've learned on this journey. You've learned not to give up any part of yourself anymore, because I think maybe you were, you know what I mean? Or it could have been to do with expectation, something like that. I don't know. But we only give this small piece of ourselves and maintain this huge part of ourselves. We do not give up who we are. And this is in love relationships, business relationships, anything. We don't give up who we are. Okay? So, now, because the reason we don't do this, and I love this deck because in this deck there's a female and male representation of each hierarchy. So this is the emperor, but this is the female version of the emperor. Now, this particular one is represented by Louis the 14th of France. He's the one that built Versailles. He built it from scratch. Well, not from scratch, but from a small manor. And he was very controlling. He had everyone on a string. He made everyone in court, hundreds of people, move to Versailles. They had to live there. They weren't allowed to live in their own houses because he wanted to keep an eye on them 24/7 and see what they were up to and if they were obeying all his rules. And he was very controlling, more of a tyrant. He controlled his people more than he looked out for them. Okay, so this is another part of that. What we're learning about ourselves is that sometimes, I'm not saying you're doing this, Scorpio, and I'm not saying the other person is doing this to you. Okay, but this is what we can get into if we get too encapsulated by the relationship. We start trying to control each other and have each other on a leash. And, well, where did you go and what did you do? And it's like, what? I'm 50 years old. Why do I have to explain myself? That sort of thing. And so this is what you don't want to be yourself or be enslaved to, right? So you really are realizing the importance of maintaining your independence, maintaining your individuality, right? We don't want to all meld and mold into one mold. It would be so boring if we were all the same, And one of the reasons I'm attracted to someone is because of their differences. And if they gave them all up, I don't know if I'd be as attracted anymore. You know what I mean? So, anyway, you get the picture. So, here in the example is another, you got a lot of female energy here, but you now have the female. You got the female Queen of Pentacles back here that jumped out. And now you have the female King of Pentacles. There's a lot of strong earth energy here, Scorpio. So you could have some earth energy around you, like I said, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is also about taking your time, being sensible, practical. This is very mature too, decisions about money. The king is also very much like the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen as well, getting ready for something new. She's got all these daisies. She knows the value of what she has, and but this person, they realize the value of their time and their knowledge as well, their experience. So it's not just about money, but also wanting to grow something new, begin again, give new life. She's holding this. This is a fan. You know how the old days they'd spread out a fan, and she's ready to reveal. She's getting ready to reveal her new plan for this new possibility, business, job, something. But I feel like it's brand new. It's got nothing to do with what you were doing before. Okay. Also, I feel like you're really appreciating yourself more and your own value, what you know, your experience, your knowledge. Also, your um, I want to say it's got something to do with your perception, how you see things. There's something to do with your perception, okay? It's a good thing, it's of value, your perception, all right? I'm not sure what that means, but that's what's coming to me. Okay, this is really cool. So, I love this card, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is moving very slowly towards new growth, and new growth it is. If you see that horse, it's not all filled in yet. It's very sparse. And you have, did you get another one here like that? No, I thought you did. No matter. Anyway, you are presently filling in all this spot. You're healing. So you're coming back together and filling in those spots, but you're taking it slow. You're not in a rush. Maybe before you rush through these things and you were left sparse, right? Not incomplete kind of thing. But now you're ready to take the time. Also, I feel like this is saying that someone is healing. Perhaps this person is healing. This is the King of Wands. Wow, doesn't he look pretty handsome in his suit? He's literally on fire, playing a drum. He's making a big announcement. Something's about to happen here. Okay. He's ready to take action. The King of Wands is confident, believes in himself, and is ready to take action. Very, very creative. Perhaps has needed some time to heal first, bring themselves together, fill in the empty spots, okay? And maybe this has been a real slow go, but they needed to take that time to do it. It needed, like, things happen exactly as they're supposed to. I mean, in the time that they're supposed to. We all want the hurry up and have the future right now. Like, where's tomorrow already? But enjoy today. So there's could be someone coming back around, and I think that there is going to be something revealed. I have to tell you something. This is about new growth, new ideas, also taking it slow, being practical, sensible. It's being more like, I know it doesn't look like this in the picture, but it's being very, very okay. You know what? I didn't even notice. I also think you may have, or someone may have some big plans here in their mind for expansion. She's got dreams in her head of what she'd like to have. She wants to turn her small home into, she wants to own many things. She wants to be maybe perhaps an empress. She wants to go to that level next. Maybe that's where you're heading, Scorpio, is an empress or emperor level. But you're learning about how to handle your emotions, control, and someone else's pace, because this is a very slow pace, okay? And someone else's pace, okay? So anyway, you get the idea. All right, so let's move on to Pisces. Pisces. I was with a Cancer once, and it was all in or all out. The same as actually a Scorpio. You guys fall right in love right fast, eh? And you're like all in. You know what I mean? And it was a bit scary for me at first, because I was like, is he really thinking this, or he's just saying this? Is he? Wasn't sure how to take it, because it was so quick and so like whoosh, whoosh. But wonderful. What a wonderful feeling being swept up by a water sign, I tell you. When a water sign likes it, you know it. You know it. Oh, okay. Okay. I understand. Well, thank you, Nisha. Thank you very much. Huh. Well, look at there, Pisces. Look at there. Look at that. This is a beautiful card. Beautiful. Now, they've made her look like a snake. Beautiful. Most beautiful snake ever. And she's all about reproduction right now. She's protecting her eggs, especially this one in particular, This one's almost getting favored over the others. This may be someone in your world, maybe yourself, looking for favoritism. They want to be special, they want to shine brighter than the others. Something like that, looking for more attention or the better position, something like that, okay? So this could be happening around you. It could be you yourself or someone around you that wants more than everybody else has, basically. Okay, Pisces? Can be a little sneaky sometimes, that energy, it can be. Doesn't have to be. All right. So in the recent past, it looks like you had a lot of burdens or a huge burden, and it could have something to do with your home or around your home. Okay. There was something ending around your home, and it's the end of a very large burden around your home in the recent past. Okay. Or something to do with your home. All right. And it could be to do with the partnership or the collaboration on who's working on your home, or there might be a business going on in your home, around your home, something like this. And it seems like something needs to be rebuilt, some rebuilding going on here. This could be with the relationships at home, work, could be work too, there could have been an actual division of work, a whole area that closed down, something like that. I was just feeling that. Or they could be rebuilding an area. I wonder if there could have been fire. I just felt that too. There could have been fire. Something, or just change. Okay. So this is working together, rebuilding, and whatever this is you're building around your home, I think it supports others, because this very thing, this person, this brick flower supporting all this life here. So your home or your business supports others, okay? So there's something ending or changing about that, okay? Also, these others might put in time and work into this now to try and help you. Everybody's pitching in, it seems, right? Now, you have a Queen of Wands here. Okay, the Queen of Wands, this could be, it's a fire sign, could be a fire sign around you, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Okay, this one kind of looks like Aries to me. You know, it's the sunflower. It could be also Leo because this is a time of year when the sunflower comes out. The sunflower is made of gold, it's got the sun in it as well. Um, Also, I feel like something is about to be revealed, to tell you the truth here, Pisces, and it could be by this person that you know, or perhaps for this person. But they have their what do they call that feather fan? Their fan of feathers, this peacock, and you cannot see the whole fan, and so something is about to be revealed. Okay, this person is action oriented, they're creative, they like to shine, they like to grow things, move on. And this might be a great person to have on your team to rebuild because they're all about the action. They don't like sitting around talking about it. Are we going to talk about it or are we going to do it? You know, that's what I'm like. Are we going to sit here and talk about it all day or come on, let's get to it? Also, there could be some sort of legal situation that's coming through this about something to do with your home. Like I said, it seems like you're rebuilding. You could, I, d- you could have had to give. I feel like you lost something. Is what I'm feeling like you lost something here, and I'm not sure what. Okay, but here I feel like you're also rebuilding, or you could be bringing a new person into the business, a new person into the home. This could be a fire sign, someone who's very creative. And also, there could be some sort of um, legal parts to this situation in some way. I don't think it's a breakup, to tell you the truth. I think that you either sold and bought. You could have sold a big piece of property for a smaller piece of property because it's just too much of a burden for you. You could be taking in tenants because the cost or all the work. I'm not sure, but there could be legal parts to it. You might want to draw up some paperwork and protect yourself in this way. Um, yeah. Okay. Some also, I feel like some sort of fair decisions coming down the line in your favor, as far as some sort of truth and justice. Okay. I think you're trying to be very fair in a situation as well. You're trying to be very fair. In the present. Hmm. You're waiting for something to happen. I think you're waiting for a certain day, time. You know it's coming, you know it's going to happen, but it's just a matter of when are you able to move forward. Like I said, this could be some you could be waiting for a legal decision to come down. You can't do it until you hear from this or you get the documents, or I don't know what it is, but you're waiting on word before you can go, okay, before you can make your move. And you're either moving physically to another place or you're changing career somehow, because I'm wondering if you just can't do what you were doing before. Maybe it's physically too much of a burden. Like I used to have a gardening business, I can't do that. It is hard physically. I can't do it anymore. I'm too old now, so I got to do different things. So it might be that sort of a situation. I gotta tell you as well. Um, hmm. Someone or you may be looking for special attention from another person, Pisces. So you're wanting someone to give you special attention or you're wanting to give it to them. All right. Someone is looking for it. I see here. I think that you're also waiting to make your move on a situation that could be a love situation because right in the dead center of your reading is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is very much about wanting to share your feelings. So you want to tell someone how you feel. You want to, because you've got a lot of hope here that something can turn out in the way you want it to. I think that you've changed. You've done some changing over the past little while, and you may be a bit lighter of spirit, maybe not taking things so seriously. I'm not sure, but it's your what did I say for the other reading? You're redesigning yourself. You're changing a little bit, and I think you have faith again in the future. I think something's given you hope. There's something that has given you hope because I think for a while you were overwhelmed, overburdened. There was just too much on your shoulders, or maybe a lot of responsibilities, perhaps too many responsibilities. Okay. And so this is why I think that some sort of change was required. And you're able to have, like, I feel like you're lighter. It just feels so light, the energy, what you're able, your new plans, what you got cooking in your head here is, I think, something that's going to take a lot of responsibilities off your shoulders, actually. You'll be able to relax a little bit more, enjoy a little bit more. I got to tell you, I don't think you're the kind of person that just can lay around now and do nothing. You're an active, busy person. You need to be doing things. And so I think that you're going to be very busy still, but just not with all the responsibilities. If you don't do it, then you know, then Jim won't be able to have any heat tonight, or I don't know what it is, but you know what I mean? It seems to be other people are your concern a lot. So you're lightening your load is what I think. You're lightening your load. So, and then you get the Tower. And after the Tower, you get the Seven of Wands. This is a really good combination because you're planning your escape. You're gaining some sort of freedom or release from something that kept you, like I said, you know, you had all these responsibilities and stuff, but I think it was what you felt you owed other people, or you would, responsible for other people or other things or something like that. And it really wasn't what you wanted, what your choice, what you felt necessarily. Okay. So I think that you're really changing. And one of the things that you're able to release and get away from is this fight or flight reaction in your life when you're challenged with something, when someone maybe calls you a name. You we don't have to react in either a fight or flight reaction. We can not react, like, what you say doesn't matter to me. Or you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes we'll get so upset, we'll get so offended that we'll shut that person out forever for the rest of their lives. Or we'll get so defensive that we'll actually scare the shit out of them. They're like, holy cow. All I said was, we're like, you better not say that again. But you're getting free from this. You're um you're building yourself back up again from the ground up, from scratch. Okay, there's two cards saying this. These two threes. Threes are about building, making plans, figuring out where we're going, what we're doing, and how we're going to do it. It's building back up again. It's the three, right? And so, and by doing that, you're gaining freedom from whatever these clouds are, of whether it's thought, whether you're stuck, you're taking care of all this for everybody else, whatever. You're figuring it out. This is not my circus, not my monkeys. Pardon them, you know. Anyway, so in the outcome, I love this, Pisces. Look at that. You have the sun first card. Brilliant, beautiful, opulent. The sun illuminates everything, like everything lights up under the sun. Nothing is in shadow. We see it all. We're able to see the big picture. Everything grows under the sun. Okay. It sustains all life that as we know it, you know. And it also feels youthful, young, vibrant, and it's also very free energy. It's freedom of thought and all those things, like I just said before. This is so different from the tower. You know, you're not clogged up with this cloud of black thing. That was her hair before. Her hair was this whole black cloud of smoke. Now look at what your hair is. Eh? Yeah. You this fight or flight reaction being triggered by what others say or do is something that you're learning to be free of. And one of the ways you're learning to be free of it is you're able to speak up now. You're able to say, I don't like that really, or that offends me. You didn't yell it, you didn't run off screaming. You just said, that offends me. I find that offensive. And you said it very calmly, but you're able to share your feelings. Okay? Share. Ooh, King of Pentacles after the Sun. Five of Pentacles, the Death card, which is regeneration, and the Devil. So I like that it starts out with the Sun, because the Sun is lighting up this whole path of change. Okay, there's a lot of change happening for you. Almost every single card is change. Okay, so first of all, you have the King of Pentacles. This guy is standing. He's at the top of his game. Okay, you've built something that you're proud of. You're secure, stable, but you're ready to move on. You're ready to conquer a new thing, you know, and because you've lost passion or something. There's something about what you have done that you desire it no longer. Doesn't give you anything. Anything. And you're quite secure and able to make this move at this time in your life. You're seeing a different picture now. You're seeing what's going to make you happy. This is what you're looking for. You've made the money, you got the security, you got the stuff. Now you want happiness. That's what a lot of us are looking for now. Okay. And that's why places like Amazon and stuff are so desperate for workers, because we want what makes us happy now, and we want to be treated right. So, Five of Pentacles. Here you are, redesigning your whole, because here, see, she only has flesh to here. She's only got her chest, her arms, and her head. She's redesigning her whole new self. The other thing, too, I want to say is this flower here. Like if in a lot of the women here in the flowers, you see that it's a vase upside down, and it needs some new life. It needs some growth. It's wilting here. And she's starting to build up her design, redesigning herself. Okay, she's starting to build this up. It may be a bit of a lonely journey that you're doing something. And also, I kind of wonder if you have an idea, okay, that nobody else believes in, okay, because you're smart and you built something from scratch before, and you may have done this very thing before where nobody could really see your vision, catch it on. Also, you just may not be sharing it with others, keeping it private while you're trying to build this. And I feel like it's something that people don't understand, don't believe in, or it's something that you're doing alone if it's not your very self that you're rebuilding here. It's kind of funny. Hey, look at this. In this middle line down the center here, talk about rebuilding. The very first card in it is rebuilding. And in the past, whatever you built, whatever you created was to support others. Okay? And I think you did it selflessly, and I think you did it, um, you, I think it was for others. So now you're able to share your feelings, talk about what you want and what you're not okay with, you're okay with, and all this stuff without or with someone, perhaps. Perhaps it's not you. Perhaps it's your kid, your sister, brother. I don't know. Maybe a lot of relationships, perhaps, okay, because they couldn't get where you were coming from. Maybe you were too abrasive or too defensive. I don't know. But this is what you're able to start communicating, sharing on a different level, not feeling because when we're in the tower, we feel like we can't, we can't get out. We can't say what we get. We can't do what we want. We're restricted. And, and so to get out of that, we need to start changing the way we do things. So if we feel we can't talk, we need to start talking, no matter how difficult it is or whatever. So here you're starting to do that. You're starting to rebuild the whole framework here, okay, of who you are. You're healing, you're starting to nourish this beautiful flower here, realizing that you are one too, you know, you're very beautiful. Okay, so the death card. The death is a regeneration card. Like this is your second. Is that your second? You got a lot of regeneration cards here, right? There's something big changing in you, Pisces. Big. Okay. And in the death card, we're able to let go of something. Sometimes it's someone, but most of the time it's something, a part of ourselves, something that we held on to that wasn't good for us, that wasn't helping us in any way. And so we're able to let go of that. And again, you got another card of rebuilding, redefining yourself, regenerating. You know, you're you you're growing into just such a new thing. I love that the butterfly here is on the flower too, because it's the very card of transformation. What metamorphosis is the actual word for it. It's a metamorphosis, is what you're going through, Pisces. And that, you may have been in the cocoon for a while, figuring out what's going wrong here. What am I doing wrong? Or what do I need? What am I doing too much of? Like maybe I'm giving too much or something like that. But anyway, you're figuring it out what it is, and you're ready to emerge. You're ready to emerge. You've been doing work. Okay. I do feel, however, there may be some old patterns that still have strings attached to you. I feel also that there is, like, because this is being caught in some sort of a web, being tangled up in something. A lot of times, the devil energy is something that is not good for us: drugs, alcohol, gambling, or something that we're being caught up, being enslaved to something here, and needing escape, wanting out of it, kind of thing, right? And I think this is part of your transformation. You know, if any of you that have been through any sort of trauma, and most of us have, most of us growing up, it takes, some people go through this when they're young, some people in their 30s, some people not to their 50s, where they deal with whatever this was that made them feel less, that made them feel ugly, dirty, unworthy, stupid, fat, whatever it is. Okay. A lot has to do with image. A lot of it has to do with image. But anyway, it's a trap. It's a mind trap, most of all. And a lot of times we can get mixed up with the devil in order to cope through this, cope with dealing with all these terrible feelings and thoughts until we're able for the transformation. We're ready for the transformation. So when we're ready for the transformation, now we got to get rid of the devil. But don't worry, you're stronger now. You're getting stronger, and you'll be able to untangle yourself from this. Okay? Don't be hard on yourself if you're still, using something, doing something to cope, but you're going to be able to untangle yourself that as you start your metamorphosis. Okay? As you start this, it's really nice, Pisces. Really, really nice. There's something, you got cards, a lot of cards of endings here. And so there's something to do with endings that is teaching you something here. Okay? So whether it is your moving, you're retiring or moving jobs, you're ending a relationship, you're dealing with old trauma, PTSD stuff, whatever it is, you're really able to, you're transforming, you're just going through a major metamorphosis, and you're leaving behind that old shell. That is the old shell. Okay. And nothing but beauty, nothing but airtime. Now you're flying. Now you're flying. Okay. Oh, you know what? I never noticed that before. Hmm. Hmm. Also, the devil is temptation. So, all I'm going to say is just be careful with temptation. Also, quite often, when we have come through something, when we've conquered something, and we say, that's it. I'm strong now. I am never going to drink again. I am never going to walk the walk of shame again. And then the devil comes along to test us. Really? You're never gonna, even if I present this super gorgeous woman in front of you, even if I present this latest best pot there is, or the Jack Daniels, or I don't know, what that might be. You may get a carrot dangled in front of you, because quite often when we are ready to change our life tests us. Are you sure? You sure? And we get a carrot dangled. So be ready for it. I'm warning you. There's probably going to be a carrot dangled, and you need to be ready for it so you can say, no thanks. I've eaten that carrot before, and it's not quite as good as it looks. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem, butterfly. What a coincidence. There you are. We were just talking about you, eh? Okay. So, where were we? Where were we? Savannah. Okay. I'm quickly going to take a card for you. I know you're having a terrible day. And what it's telling me is that, they're not allowed to bully at work in this woke society we're supposed to be in. People are still bullying. Well, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Okay. Also, it's incredibly hard for employers to get workers because nobody wants to work for one thing, or they don't want to be treated like crap, exactly what you're going through, except by other employees. And, you got to be careful because in that card, the fight or flight card, this is what you're sitting in right now, that fight or flight. And you want to run because you think if you start facing them, you're going to break down and cry and look like an idiot, and you're going to lose all control. And you don't have to do it today. You don't have to do it today. You can go home. You can do some guided meditations, get your breath back, and think about, is this worth it? Also, if I were you, I might go into the boss and say, you know what? This is not worth me working here. I'll go find something else because, oh, is that what it stands for? Without knowledge or experience. Well, that's true. That's true in a way. But the thing is, it's not woke, I guess. It's not awoke. There's no woke. But anyway, the thing is that, oh, okay. All right. I'm not up on all the terms, so I thought for a minute there I was behind or wrong, which happens rarely. Okay, Savannah. The other thing too, oh yeah, Savannah. So that was the thing. So you have to decide if it's worth it to you. And it might be worth your while to go, or at the very least, if you can't face the boss, email him, her in the morning and say, I'm getting bullied a lot in this workplace. I'm calling it to your attention. It's just not worth it to me to have to go through this kind of malarkey just to make a living. And so I'm just warning you, if you have a lot of people leaving, this is why. And I'd also advise you, Savannah, to write head office because if it just stays internal, then nothing ever gets done. No, it's never challenged. I know we do not want to be the whistleblower, right? We don't want to, but I'm sorry, I might be saying the wrong person. Yeah, Savannah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, Savannah, give me a card for Savannah. What does she need to know? I probably already told you already, but where are you, Savannah? Where in the world are you? Are you in Canada or in the States? I have a feeling you're here in North America. Can you hear me, my darling? Hi, Bets. There's my darling pie. I like that. I like that a lot. I will show that with your permission. People do get away with what they let them. And I'm going to tell you, everyone has a price. They may not, throw you under the bus for this or that, but for that, they would. So, Anyway, Savannah, here's your card. You got the Hierophant. You're about to level up here. Maybe you're destined for something a little bit more important. I think you do really well under guidance, under someone that wants to take you under their wing and show you the way, the path. You're only willing to learn. You might be shooting for a job that's a little above your pay grade or what you feel might be your experience. But I have to tell you, if you're optimistic, if you have that optimistic and are prepared, you could get this and do really well in it. It could be a teaching position or where you're instructing, supervising, something like that. Or maybe you're taking a course, you're learning, maybe you're someone's right hand person, you're the teacher's assistant, or I don't know. But anyway, I feel like I think you really shine under someone's tutelage, mentorship. You might actually be a mentor, become a mentor, or be mentoring, something to do with mentoring. Okay, because that's exactly what this is. You could be going to work in an institution. A lot of times the Hierophant has to do with the the hospital, the college, the university, so it implies learning, but also the church. So a spiritual higher learning there. And lastly, commitment. If you're going to commit yourself to something, a spirituality, a way of life, a college course, a university, a job in an institution. Usually, institution jobs are contracts anyway. You got to sign a contract for a year or something like that. Um, yeah, you did. Who's that? Serena, how you doing, sister? My sister. So yeah. So I help you because what you're trying to gain here is clarity. You're trying to gain some clarity, knowledge, trying to understand something here. Okay. Or someone's trying to help you understand. But what you understand, what you need to understand, and this is for everybody out there, if it doesn't feel right, it ain't right. It ain't. If your instinct, if your gut is saying, ooh, it ain't right, and go. Close that door. Because when you close that door, new one's going to open. I got to tell you a story. Actually, I don't want to tell a story because the person might hear it, and I do not want to offend them or invade their privacy. So I'm not going to tell it. I'm sorry. But it is very one of those stories where something didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. So I closed the door. I stopped it. Even though it was hard to do. And within a half an hour, another door opened, and it was the right one. So it's just, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Go for it. It will be there. The light will be there. Okay. You know? Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hello. I love you so much. I hope everyone is well and enjoying this month, wherever you are in the world. And have a great day. I'm off to go out on the motorcycle. It's a beautiful day and a great day for a motorbike race. So I'll talk to you later. Bye now.